Hello all. I will be covering the Head Start paperwork, and we will start with our task checklist. We're going to be going through several of these items so that we know how to fill them out and where they go in your paperwork and who to send them to. So we're going to start with our facilities checklist. Our facilities checklist looks like this. When you're doing your facilities checklist, you're going to make sure that your site is filled out, the teacher, and the dates that you're going to be covering. So when you're covering this, each day is the Monday through Friday. Whether you have class or not, you're going to be writing. You're going to look at each item, read it, make sure that it is complete in your classroom. You are going to initial each box. If there is no answer for that box, you'll write NA or leave it like a slash through it. The bottom boxes for the health and safety team assignment list, those are to be done at the end of the day. So those are done every day you have class. If you do not have class that day, then you will write no class or whatever for the reason that your class was not in session. So that is our facilities checklist. Like I said, this is done every day prior to the arrival of the children. And before the children leave, you're sweeping your classroom. These items are to be done each day, and you're making sure you're actually walking through your classroom, going to the playground, whether it's raining. If it's raining and you know you're not going to go outside that day, then you can mark that on this facilities checklist. Also, you're going to mark on here, like if there's something wrong or there's items broken in your classroom, you keep note of that on there, because when you send this in to the facilities email, which is facilities@headstartesj.com. You will know all of these items. They will know what is broken or missing in your classroom and fix those. So that is our facilities checklist. The next thing that you'll probably do in your classroom will be the parent sign-in sheet. This is when the parents that drop off their kids and pick up their kids in the morning, this is the sheet that they will sign. So they will sign what time they dropped off and their name, the parent's name, in the morning. And maybe a kid gets dropped off in the morning, but they ride the bus in the afternoon. They will leave a note on the side where, like, say, bus. And then if they ride both to and from school in the car, then they will have parents' signatures on both sides. This can be found in your Child Plus, and this is the number for this item is 2316 on Child Plus. Your next item will be your transportation bus manifest. This is on the dashboard. This is for the children who ride the bus in the morning and afternoon. You're going to fill out your site, your demographic information, the bus numbers. Some children have med bags, and that will be noted on their wristband and on the manifest. So you're going to fill in these child's name, and you will initial after each child gets off the bus or gets on the bus. Between children, you initial and sign for each child. You confirm with the bus driver before you leave the area and after you sweep the bus. And this will reconcile this, so you should have the total number of children equal when you do both of these sheets together. In any instance that a child is not deliverable from the bus, or the parent comes late, you're going to fill out this late bus pickup. And it's also for children who are transported by car. They will fill out this paper instead of signing the paper to sign out the child. So they will write their child's name, the site, and then the adult signature and the time that they picked up the child if it was late. So this paper, the late bus pickup paper, the parent sign in the sign out sheet, and the bus manifest all reconcile each other and will be sent in at the end of the weeks to the transportation email. The next item that we're going to cover is our IRSIA attendance. This is sent to you through email at the end of every month for the following month, and you're going to fill this out at the beginning of the day. The instructions are on the top of the sheet. It tells you fill it out and you submit it every day on the first 30 days of school, and then on Fridays. The email that you send it to is attendance@headstartesj.com. And then while you're filling this out, you put an A for absent and a P for present. Along with this paper, if there is an A for absent, you must fill out the child's name on the justification sheet. So when you're doing the justification, any child that has an A next to their name must go on this sheet. You have to call the parent within the first hour of school. You get a reason why they're not at school. You note the time that you called the parent and the reason for their absence. This is done every day along with the attendance. You will have 4 to 5 of these per week, depending on how many days you're in session. And even if you're not in session, one does need to be filled out. So if there's a holiday, you put no class, and then the date and all of your information in these sheets, your site, your room number, and the date. So if there was, for Martin Luther King Day, you put Martin Luther King, no class, and then write the date, and you'll submit that for that week with the rest of your justifications. The next sheet we'll cover is our COS sheet, or the change of status. This sheet can be filled out by the teacher, the FACS, and the parent. This would be if a child is trying to switch sites, if there's updated contact information, if they want to remove contact information, or if they're requesting transportation. So when you're filling out this sheet, you're going to write the reason, and the parent must fill out this in person, and you must see them do it. You cannot send this paper home. This is a paper that has to be, if it's filled out by the teacher, it has to be sent to your FACS, so the FACS can put it into Child Plus and send it over to the proper people. So you're filling out this, you're gonna make sure that the parents initial the paper, they sign the paper, and that you sign the paper. And all of the information should be filled out prior to the parent leaving, or the COS will not be processed. One of the last papers that we're going to cover is our incident and accident report. This is filled out if there's any change